Hey folks, hopefully everybody's doing great. This is Mike at Riverwoods Durham Fitness, and today I want to show a great strength and balance at home edition. And so if you are on the road or you want to work out in your home, this would be a great option for you. And so what you need is you need a chair, you need a pair of dumbbells, and preferably if you have a wall, that would be perfect. We're going to start with some postural exercises. So from a chair standpoint, if you have a chair where the top of the back runs right along your shoulder blades, that would be perfect. So we'll get right into it. We're going to start, like I said, with some postural exercises. I'm going to give a side view on this one so that you can see this movement. You're going to scoot all the way to the back of the chair. Have your fingertips right behind your ears. You don't want your hands behind your head. Keep your fingertips right behind your ears. And you're going to extend your upper back over using the top of the chair to help you get into some good upper back thoracic spine extension. You're going to hold here for a second and then come right back up to the start. Now we're going to incorporate the breath. Start by taking a big deep breath into your belly. And then as you exhale, you're going to extend your back over the back of the chair. And then come back up to start, and we'll do a few more. And we'll make this the last one. All right, so that's the upper back extension over the back of the chair. Second exercise, we're going to go into upper back rotation. So this is a good opportunity to check in and see how far back you're able to get with each of the reps. So now you're scooting up to the front edge of the chair, feet flat on the floor, proud chest. Again, fingertips right behind your ears, elbows back, eyes up, and you're going to rotate to the left. Hold there just for a second, and then we're going to alternate sides. Just going to do a few reps. Just taking a mental note here of how far you're able to rotate while maintaining perfect posture the whole time. All right, second exercise, or actually third exercise, you're gonna have your arms out, palms down, pull your hands right to your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades really tight, rotate your arms, and then slide your arms up to a Y, and then bring your arms down, rotate, and then press forward. I'll give a side view on this one as well. So pull your elbows back, rotate, slide your arms up. You're trying to keep your arms back as you're doing this. You're trying to keep your shoulder blades squeezed as you're doing this, especially as you're raising your arms. We'll do 2 more reps. And then we're going to go back to those upper back rotations just to see if you're able to get back a little bit further now. So fingertips back behind your ears again, elbows back, proud chest, feet pressing into the floor, and rotate to the left. And to the other side, to the right. Just doing a few times back and forth. All right, and then moving on to some neck mobility. So exact same position, feet pressing into the floor, hands pressing into your legs, proud chest, and then just look up to the ceiling. And then looking down, tucking your chin to your chest, and then over the left shoulder, and over the right shoulder, and then back up, and down, and over the left shoulder, and over the right shoulder. And relax. All right, next up, we're gonna go into some shoulder shrugs. So we're gonna go shoulder shrugs with a rotation. I'll give a side view on this one as well. So start by bringing your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then just rotate at your shoulders back to front. And then switch directions, so front to back. All right, and then we're gonna go, now we're gonna transition from seated to standing. So we're gonna go to sister stance. So you want a good wide base, heels really right under your hips. You're gonna lean forward ever so slightly to get your nose over your toes. Maintain good posture here, so good proud chest. You can go hands crossed, arms crossed, and stand right up. And then we're gonna really emphasize coming down nice and slow. So you're gonna try to slow yourself down back down to the chair. And then we're gonna come up with some power. So exhale powerfully on the way up. And then come down nice and slow. So you have a few different options here with your arms. You can have your arms right on your opposite shoulders. If you want to kick it up a little bit, you can go hands right behind your ears. If you need to use a little bit of upper body momentum to get up, you can do so by using your arms on the way up. Always trying to come down nice and slow. We'll do a couple more. And we'll make this the last lowering, which means we'll come up one more time, and now we're gonna stay standing. So you can come to the back of your chair if you need help with the balance. If you need a chair to help you balance, you can be off to the side of your chair if you don't need it. We're gonna go a wide stance. Now the chair gives a good target for your feet on this one. You're trying to go a little bit wider than the width of your chair, and you're gonna sit down to your right. Left leg is gonna stay straight. And I'm gonna scoot off to the side as well to give a unobstructed view here. You can have the chair right in front of you if you need help with the balance. From here, you're gonna try to stay really low as you transition over to the left. And then back to the right. And then to the left. And to the right. So we're working on some hip mobility here. We started with upper back mobility. We went to neck mobility. Now we're going to some hip mobility. And we'll make this the last one. And relax. All right, and then we're gonna do some shoulder work. So we're gonna do a series of I's, Y's, and T's standing up. So you're gonna have your arms, chair right away here. You're gonna have your arms right at your side, and then reach your arms up to an I, and then bring them down, and up to a Y, and bring them down, and out to a T, and bring them down. Key here is to have your thumbs back on all three movements. So I, and Y, and T, and I, and Y, and T. Also, returning to the start position between each movement. Start position being arms at your side. We'll make this the last one. All right, and relax. All right, and then we're gonna pick up the pace a little bit, so we're gonna go into a series of marches. So you can have the chair at your side if you need help with the balance. If you don't, you can go without the balance, incorporating your arms as well. First one we do is just a straight leg kick or an in-place march. And then we're gonna go into a high knee march. So here you go in opposite arm, opposite leg, and trying to be a little bit aggressive with the overhead movement with your arm swing. You should be swinging your arms at your shoulders, not your elbows. And then you can go a wide stance, reach up. We're gonna do a little mini squat, so reach up, and then just reach your hands right down. You want your hands to go right below your knees. I'll give a side view here as well. You're just gonna reach up and reach right down. Kicking your butt back, making sure that you're keeping a good, proud chest the whole time. All right, and then we're gonna finish the warm up with a little skip. So now we're gonna go high knee with a little double foot tap. If you're not comfortable skipping, you can repeat the high knee march. All right, and relax. Now we're gonna go on to our first block of strength exercises. So for these exercises, you need a pair of dumbbells, and if you have access, easy access to a wall, you'll use that as well. The first exercise, you have a few options. One of which is doing the sit to stand that we did earlier in the warm-up. You can do sits to stands exactly how we did that before, lowering and right up. You can add some weight to the sits to stands, or you can do these without the chair, just doing a squat. I'm going to show the squat for this purpose. You're going to have your dumbbells right at your shoulders, set your feet with your heels right on your hips, toes turned out ever so slightly, and you're going to sit right down into a squat. We're going to do 10 reps here. All right, and relax. Next exercise, you need only one dumbbell. We're going to bring the chair back in, and we're going to do a one arm hand on chair supported row. So I'm going to start with my right arm. Left hand's going to press into the chair. I'm going to give a side view. Press your butt back, proud chest, slight bend in your knees. We're going to stay with 10 reps here. So 10 reps on each arm. And then to switch sides, right hand now is on the chair. Again, slight bend in your knees, press your butt back, hinging at your hips, keep a proud chest. Press down into the surface really hard, so use that pressure to help you with your row. And we're going to do 10 reps on this side. So that's the second exercise. So we did a lower body exercise in the squat. We did an upper body pulling exercise. Now we're gonna go to a wall for a core exercise. We're gonna do wall opposites. So coming on over to the wall, you're gonna have your hands on the wall with your fingertips really right even with the top of your shoulders. You can bring your feet a little far away from the wall. The angle is totally up to your comfort level. And then you're gonna raise your right arm off the wall and your left foot off the floor. Hold there for a second, and then alternate sides. Additional cue, keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes fixed above your fingertips. think I forgot to say, we're gonna do 10 reps on each side on that one. All right, so that's the first set. We're gonna go into a second set. Take a breath. We're gonna do those same 3 exercises one more time. We're gonna do 2 sets of these 3 exercises. So again, take a good breath. If you have an opportunity, if you have some water, grab a sip of water. We're gonna start the next round back at the squat. So just to reiterate, you have a few options. You can do the sits to stands with no weight. You can do sits to stands while holding a couple dumbbells. I'm gonna show the weighted squat. So 2 dumbbells, 1 right at each shoulder. Again, with the setup, feet right on your hips, toes out a little bit, and you're going to sit down into a good squat, and then right up. Focus a little bit on your breathing here. Focus on a powerful exhalation on the way up out of the squat. When you focus on the powerful exhalation, don't worry, the inhalation is going to happen automatically. The second exercise that we're going to go right to is the hand-supported one-arm rows. So left hand pressing into the chair or a table. Slight bend your knees, butt back, good posture, and we're going to do 10 reps. And then we're going to switch sides. So now right hand pressing into the chair, left hand holding the dumbbell, slight bend of the knees, butt back, proud chest, and pull. Now as you pull, focus on squeezing your shoulder blades with your hand at your armpit. And that is your target, is you're bringing your hand right to your armpit. And then we're coming back to the wall for the wall opposites. Again, have your fingertips right at your shoulder height. Take a step back, eyes up on the wall, and we're going opposite arm, opposite leg. We're going to do 10 reps here. The goal here is to maintain perfect stability as you go from a 4 points of contact to now 2 points of contact. Take a good rest there. So we're done with that block of exercises. If you're feeling good and you want to add a third set, absolutely do so. For this purpose, we're going to go on to the next block of exercises. So we're going to do a similar sequence in that the first exercise is going to be a lower body exercise, the second exercise is going to be an upper body exercise, the last is going to be a core exercise. So the first block, our lower body exercise was a squat. Second block is going to be a hinge. So you're going to hold on to your dumbbells right at your side. A little bit of a different foot position. So squat foot position, a little bit wider, toes out. On the hinge, a little bit more narrow, not much more narrow, but definitely toes pointing straight ahead. Here you're going to get a slight bend in your knee, and then you're not going to bend them any further. You're going to keep your shoulders back And then you're only pressing your butt back. And come right back up. Key here, come up nice and tall. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, squeeze your quads, squeeze your hamstrings, squeeze everything at the top here. I'm gonna give a side view as well. I'm gonna do 10 reps here. Slight bend your knees, press your butt back, hands just below your knees. You don't have to go further than that. And then stand up nice and tall. So that's the lower body exercise. The upper body exercise, we're gonna come back to the wall. We're gonna do a push-up, hands elevated on the wall. So we're gonna do a wall press. So coming down over to the wall, really same hand position here. You can be as tall, as upright as you need to be. You can walk your feet away from the wall to make this a little bit more difficult. We're gonna do 10 reps. Maintaining a perfect plank, so squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, squeeze your quads, your hammies, and lower yourself right to the wall and pushing up. All right. Last exercise is going to be a core exercise. We're going to do a dumbbell press out. So you just need one dumbbell now. You're going to hold the dumbbell. You can hold it right on its ends. It's probably an easiest way to hold them. Narrow stance, just like the stance that we had in the hip hinge. Slight bend in your knee, butt back. Think about the old school athletic stance here. And all you're going to do here is press the dumbbell out away from you, nice and slow. Hold there for a second, and then pull right back. We're going 10 reps. I'm gonna give a side view. So with that, using the weight, we're changing your center of gravity, forcing your core to stabilize within that new center of gravity. So the slower you go, the better. That pause with your arms extended is going to make this a little bit more difficult. That's one set. We're going to do one more set of those 3 exercises. So again, we have a lower body exercise, we have an upper body exercise, and we have a core exercise. We're gonna continue on with the next set, starting with the lower body exercise. In this case, it is the hip hinge. So we're gonna do 10 more reps. Feet right under your hips, toes pointing straight ahead, shoulders back. Try to keep your shoulders squeezed, shoulder blades, I should say, squeezed behind you the whole time. You're gonna get a slight bend in your knee, press your butt back. You want the dumbbells, you want your arms to track right along your legs, right along your thighs until you get to just below your knees. You don't want the weight to get too far out in front of you. And relax. Just one note about the hip hinge. If you're comfortable doing that barefoot, it's not a bad option, so that you really feel your heel on the floor. So going barefoot, especially with that exercise, is always a good option. You don't have to, but it can help. The next exercise, we're now going back to the wall. We're gonna go back into our wall presses. We're gonna do 10 reps on the wall press. Setting your hands right at shoulder, fingertips at shoulder height. You can be as far away from the wall as you can. You can be as close to the wall as you need to be. We're gonna go 10 reps. And then we're gonna finish off this block with the dumbbell press up. So again, one dumbbell in your hand. I'll give it side view so you see the setup. Slight bend in your knees, butt back ever so slightly. Dumbbell right at your chest, and you're gonna press out, hold there for a second, and then pull right back. We're going for 10 reps. And relax. All right, so that's the second block of exercises. So with this workout, you have 2-3 exercise blocks or trisets. You have, and within each block, you have a lower body exercise, an upper body exercise, and a core exercise. So this gives you a really great full body workout. If you want to add a third set, you can absolutely add a third set to both blocks based on how you're feeling. Now that we're done with that, we're just gonna finish up with a couple stretches. So we're gonna come back down to the seat. We're gonna do a seated quad stretch. So you can be right on the edge of the chair. I'm on the left side of the chair, so my right leg is resting on the edge of the chair. I'm gonna bring my left leg back. My left knee is pointing right down to the floor. If you need to hold on here, you can absolutely hold on. To kick this stretch up a little bit, you're gonna raise your left arm up to the ceiling. And then we're gonna switch sides. So now, left leg is on the edge of the chair, right foot is back, right knee is pointed down to the floor, and we're gonna raise the right arm and really reach up to the ceiling with the right arm. And we're gonna finish off with a hamstring stretch. So now you're gonna be at the front edge of the chair. Start with your right foot flat on the floor, left leg extended. Point your left toes up to your left knee, especially your pinky toe. Exaggerate your pinky toe pointing up to your knee. That's gonna help you to really even stretch out your calf. And you're gonna slide your fingertips right down your shin and hold here. If you can get to your toes, you can absolutely grab onto your toes. And we're gonna switch sides. So now left foot flat on the floor, right leg extended, point your right toes up to your knee, especially your right pinky, and slide your fingertips right down. And relax. All right, so that is the Strength and Balance in-home edition. Hopefully you like it. And if you have any questions, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to anybody on the fitness team, and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks a lot for showing up.